In today's video, we will be discussing supporting loved ones through a job loss. Welcome if this is your first time here, and welcome back if you're joining me again. In today's economic times, we are dealing with severe job losses, and we are likely to learn of someone close to us, a friend, a family member, that because of all the cuts, especially with the federal government, but also private sector, it's cutting as well. So we may all know someone who loses their job. And the goal of today's video is to share some helpful tips to help those navigating the job loss. Losing a job can be incredibly challenging, and offering support is crucial. Here are some thoughtful ways to help those that have suffered a job loss. My first piece of advice would be to listen actively. Sometimes we need to just listen. People need an outlet. If they've lost their job, they're incredibly frustrated. They could be scared. And oftentimes they just need someone to hear them out, to listen to their feelings. And as the person supporting, sometimes we just need to listen without offering any type of solutions. Just being there oftentimes is very helpful. My next tip would be to offer practical help. Do you know someone who's hiring? Are you often on the job board? Do you see jobs come in through LinkedIn? Offer to help. Offer to help when you have information that may be helpful. Are you good at writing resumes, cover letters? Can you help them practice for interviews? All those things are helpful for someone who has lost a job. My next tip is offer emotional support. Reassure the person that you're dealing with that the job loss does not define their worth. Encourage them to think positively and remind them of their strengths and their achievements. Do you have a professional network? Network together. Introduce them to people in their line of work. Help them to make connections that may help. And sometimes the network with a personal recommendation can open doors and new opportunities. My next tip is to share resources. Do you have any particular job sites, websites that you like to go to? Do you know somewhere they can get career counseling, workshops? If they don't have a computer or a printer, can you offer to help or recommend some place they can go to get those tasks completed? Next, I would encourage self-help. Encourage the person to practice self-care, to take care of themselves, their health, their physical health, to exercise, mental health, do things with their hobbies, and spending time with loved ones. My next step is to encourage self-care. Losing a job can take an emotional toll on the individual. Encourage them to take care of their mental and physical health, to do things like exercise and continue with their hobbies, spend time with loved ones. All those things can be helpful as the person is navigating the job loss. My last tip for encouraging or helping someone through a job loss would be to be patient and understanding. Finding a new job can take time. Now, as we all know, when someone suffers a job loss, and they are concerned about how they're going to take care of themselves, that can bring on additional challenges. So we also need to support the person's mental health because it's incredibly important. They need to be in the right headspace to search, perform on interviews, and function on the job. Here are a few thoughtful ways to offer that support. The first recommendation is open conversations. Encourage them to talk about their feelings and their emotions. Let them know that it's okay to feel upset and that you're there to listen without judgment. Understanding, offer continuous support throughout their journey. The first recommendation is open conversations. Encourage them to talk about their feelings and their emotions. Let them know that it's okay to feel upset and that you're there to listen without judgment. My next tip is to encourage professional help. Encourage the person to seek out professional help through a therapist or a counselor. This way they get expert advice on how to navigate the different thoughts and feelings they're having behind the job loss. Another tip I would offer is to provide reinforcement. Remind the person of their strengths and accomplishments and the qualities that make them unique. Positive affirmations can also boost self-esteem. My next tip is to stay connected. Maintain regular contact through calls, messages, and visits. Isolation can worsen the feelings of depression, so staying connected can help. Another piece of advice I would offer is to engage in enjoyable activities. Encourage the person to participate in activities or hobbies that they enjoy that can provide a sense of accomplishment and pleasure. My last piece of advice in the mental health arena surrounding a job loss is to be a consistent source of support. Sometimes just knowing that we have someone there that constantly supports us can make a significant difference in our mental health journey and in our motivation to keep moving forward. Find what you can do that's reasonable, that's helpful. Remember, mental health support is about creating a safe space and a nurturing environment for people to express themselves and heal. The tips I have provided are the tips I would offer to someone who has suffered a job loss. My best advice is to think about, if you were out of a job, how would you want people to help you? I say do what's reasonable, practical, and helpful to help those that are navigating these muddy waters of job losses. I hope these tips have been helpful. Comment below and let me know what you think. Don't forget to be there for others and help as much as you can. Good day.